You're going to hear an audio tape of Grandma Iole Banker, Grandma Iole Martinat, and I'm going to show you photos of the family. There's Grandpa Bob, Robert Lemuel Banker, and Grandma Iole, and me. And here we go.
Decade. That pit me.
What's that mean?
Beside me.
Okay, say it again, like slow.
That pit me. Close to me.
Okay, again.
That pit me. Play contest say that pit me babumbing.
And she said, I like it so much when I'm right next to my little, cute little pretty, good, little girl. And that's in her Waldensian dialect. These are two little dolls I had as a kid, when I was a kid. I can't talk. I don't know why I do this late at night when I'm tired and I can't speak well. But yeah, I had those little dolls. It was supposed to be a grandma doll and a grandpa doll. That's my bedspread.
And me. Babumbing. And me. I will make him myself porque I definitely pum courage.
English?
I think I better get up because I have to cook the apples.
Yeah, she has to get off of her chair, something with a sill, I think, is chair in the dialect, in order to make the baked apples.
I have to cook the courage.
English? Coit is cooked.
Okay, contest say that pit me babumbing.
Me.
I will make him myself porque I definitely pum courage.
English?
I think I better get up because I have to cook the apples.
Baked apples?
Baked apples.
Yeah. What did you say?
Each house has an individual fire policy. And then I have one policy that covers all the houses for liability. That is in case anybody gets hurt on the property or falls and breaks a leg or water damage or something like that. One of those covers all of them. But now Allstate is not doing that anymore. And this is the way it used to. What are you doing? And this is the way it used to be.
I think this photo was taken on the night of my 6th grade graduation when I graduated from Emperor Avenue Elementary School. So what am I talking about? Not Emperor. Longden Elementary School. Boy, I must be tired today. Oh well. But I think this is what I wore when I was at the graduation ceremony. Although, you know, I see a Christmas tree in the background, so maybe I wore it then too.
And this is the way it used to be. They used to have fire separate. And then they went to this, well anyhow, now it's going to be all together. It's going to be, each house is going to have its own fire and liability together.
Okay, so each house has fire liability.
Fire
liability.
Yeah. Okay. Now I've got one liability that covers all of them.
But it's not
no more. The state of California doesn't recognize that anymore. I said, I suppose it's going to go up. Everything, you know, whenever they change, everything goes up. He said, no, some will, some won't. Yeah, that's what I was going to say that. But okay, thanks. That's it. I want you to know that.
Thank you. Do you like the pretty picture? What is it?
It's a beautiful house in Tuscany that I wish I could. Is it raining?
Not in Tuscany.
Look, it's wet.
Yeah, I remember I drew that drawing with colored pencils. It was a like supposed to be a farmhouse in Tuscany with a red tile roof and let's see, cypress trees and hills, green hills with vineyards on them, and I drew a bike. It would be like Grandma Iola's dad's bike is what I was going for. We don't have a connection to Tuscany. It's just I drew a picture, and I kind of tried to make it look like kind of modern art a little bit, so it was kind of swirled all around, kind of like the picture I drew of the sun at the beach by the Ferris wheel and things like that. But I'm glad Grandma Iole liked the picture I drew for her.
I wish I could rent a house there for 3 months with my album. Then I visualize a house just like that. You think we could?
I'd love to. Get on a flight right now.
Yeah, we should have done that. I should have taken Grandma to Italy, but I don't know. I was trying to do college and everything, and this photo was taken on Balboa Island. I think I was probably worried about her falling too, but we should have done it. I just I didn't know how do I get like insurance, like health insurance while we're abroad and stuff like that. I just didn't look into it enough. I guess I was preoccupied with college.
I'd love to. Get on a flight right now. I don't know for sure. My name is Lonnie Coates. I'm Andrea's mother.
There she is, right there. And that's Yosemite and Half Dome.
My name is Lonnie Coates. I'm Andrea's mother. I possibly have Rh negative blood, which is perfectly fine. And the only thing is that certain antibodies are negative instead of positive, and only with the second child could that set up an autoimmune reaction between the baby and baby, causing birth defects and everything. But now, after I had one child, they gave you a shot of the immune globulin, which neutralizes all that. So if you do ever have other babies, they're perfectly fine. Now, we don't know for sure if Annie has Rh negative or not.
Well, recently I was tested, and I think my blood type is A plus. So I think the plus means I have Rh positive blood. So I probably got the positive from my dad.
Annie has Rh negative or not yet.
So this was taped before we knew.
Causing birth defects and everything. But now, after I had one child, they gave you a shot of the immune globulin, which neutralizes all that. So if you do ever have other babies, they're perfectly fine. Now, we don't know for sure if Annie has Rh negative or not yet. I don't think so, though.
Should you get the shot before you have any babies, or before?
No, it has to be after the first one, because you produce antibodies after the baby, and those are the ones that have to get neutralized.
So right after the baby.
Before I left the hospital.
Okay. Like within a day. Does it matter?
Yeah, no, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
There you go. Huh? Who brought you that thing? What thing? That thing.
The recording?
Why use it?
You were so nice and sweet to get it for me.
I didn't get it for you.
Santa Claus brought it to me.
Well, let's hear it.
I do. Here,
1, 2, 3.
That one? Yeah, except with the words you were singing to me. I love Annie.
Or just I love you. Like, you just said it really good.
I know, but I said,
Like, yeah,
I love you, yes I do. Okay.
No, turn it off. What?
Did you bring her this thing?
Turn it off.
You ought to have it rung around your neck.
It's very good. I just hope she can read all this, because it came out very bad.
Oh, no.
Some people in this family have to work tomorrow.
Who would that be?
Yeah. Who's that going to be? Get your work done so we can go to the show and see that movie Jack even said he wanted to see it. Here's your pencil, now. Okay, well, let's hear it.
I love you, yes I do. I love you, yes I do, because I love my baby with the big brown eye and the dimple, yes I do love love her too. My bell, 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 bumbing. This is my bell bumbing that I love so very, very much. Doot, doot, doot. And I love you more. And I love you more. Doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Like you did.
Here I'm wearing curlers in my hair. Grandma Iole liked to have my hair curly, so we'd put curlers on sometimes. This is 9845 here, where I lived all throughout my childhood until about age 13 or so, 14 maybe. Yeah, 14 I'd say. It's the trampoline we had at 45 there. And in that little song that Grandma Iole made up that she was singing for me, she said she loved things about me, you know, my brown eyes and a dimple or something. Not exactly sure where that dimple is, really. I mean, maybe I had one at one point, but
I'm okay. Are you? Like you did. I'm okay. Are you okay? The name of the lipstick that I like is Red Tango. What is it? Red Tango. Come on, baby, let's tango.
Grandma Iole was really good at voices like that. You know, I'm just seeing in this photo, it looks like there's sculptures of horses with people riding them, so maybe at a racetrack. It doesn't really look like the Santa Anita racetrack to me. You know, I kind of want to say this might have been taken at Las Encinas, where my mom worked as a pharmacist. It's a hospital, you know, if you especially to help like a mental retreat or something. I'm just looking here. It looks like there's places to sit, and yeah, maybe it was taken at Las Encinas. That was about the time that she was working there, so could be. Maybe she didn't have her white pharmacy coat on at the time.
I'm okay. Are you okay? The name of the lipstick that I like is Red Tango. What is it? Red Tango. Come on, baby, let's tango.
So, yeah, Grandma Iole always liked to wear really bright red lipstick, just like fire engine red. She looked good with it. I like the voices she did. Like she just kind of, you know, did a voice right there, like an actress kind of thing. This photo was taken at 9835. I don't know who the baby is. This might have been a tenant that came back to visit. Maybe oh yeah, maybe it's possible she might have lived at 9845 before my mom and I moved in, and, you know, had to leave when my mom needed to go back there. I remember that couch at 9845. I remember one time I had a really good sleep on that couch. I felt like I was coming down with a cold, maybe a sore throat, and I thought, well, you know, take a nap and maybe feel a little better. And Grandma Iole was cooking risotto, or, you know, just like rice with chicken broth and rosemary and butter and olive oil. She was cooking that in the kitchen, and I could smell it as I was waking up from my nice restful nap, and I felt all better and didn't feel sick at all, and think from then on I just loved risotto rice, you know. You can see Grandpa Bob has all his pens in his pocket there. It was really his trademark. So many different pens. Always have it with him in case he had to write something down, had an idea or something. And Grandma Iole wore that same outfit there for decades. I mean, she wore black pants. That's all I can remember her ever wearing is black pants to try to look a little skinnier because she always thought she had fat legs, and she probably did have a little bit more chunky legs than most people, even when she was in high school, and she thought she did, and I think she might have. But that blouse, a colorful blouse, I mean, she wore that on and off, you know, when I was that age. What, about 8 or 9, all the way until, I mean, she wore that just a couple years ago, you know, in the 2019, she was still wearing that. In 2020, she didn't wear that blouse quite so much because there was another one that a tenant friend, bought for her that was a little bit more comfortable and black and white. It didn't show the spots so much, and just easier to get on, really. It was a little bit bigger and looser, and that was helpful when we had to kind of, you know, dress her when she was using the lift. It would have been too complicated for her to dress herself, although she probably could have. It just would have taken a really long time, and you know, it's tiring to hold your hands up over your head and try to struggle with it. But you know, maybe if I'd let her done that, get some exercise that way, it might have been better for her. But it just seemed, you know, better at the time to dress her. Or she would help a little bit, you know, stick her arm out. Let's see the curtains, how pretty, in the dining room there.